Welcome back to Re-SearchTerms. This app is designed for researchers, students, and teachers who want to explore how research terms are defined and how they relate to each other. In this tutorial, we'll walk through the first analysis mode in the term-level analysis tab, the word co-occurrence network. This tool lets you see how terms are connected based on the vocabulary used in their definitions. Here's the idea. Here you can see the word co-occurrence network. Each circle, or what we call the node, represents a term from our dataset. A line between two terms means that their definitions share some words. The thicker the line, the more words the two terms' definitions have in common. So instead of looking at just one definition, we're comparing terms in the whole dataset to see how strongly their meanings or wordings overlap in practice. You'll notice that the nodes are colored. Each color represents a cluster of terms. Terms with the same color tend to have common vocabulary and are conceptually close to each other. If you'd like to know how exactly these clusters were created, you may check out our preprint, where we explain the clustering process in detail. On the left, you can highlight a specific term using the drop-down menu. Let's choose meta-analysis again as an example. So, similar to the previous functions, these terms in the drop-down menu are grouped by their clusters. You may select a term directly by clicking or type in the term that you're interested in. Okay, we have chosen meta-analysis. Now you can see that the graph automatically zooms into meta-analysis. Sometimes you have to adjust the slider so that the graph can be more selective and easier to read. So supposedly meta-analysis is highlighted in bold here. So by default, the minimum frequency of word co-occurrence is set to 25. So let's increase it to a higher value, let's say 45. It might take some time to render. Okay, and now we choose again meta-analysis and wait for the graph to zoom in itself. Okay, choose again meta-analysis. Sometimes it takes time to render. Okay, now the graph is simpler, it's more selective. So it is easier for us to see the relationships between meta-analysis and other terms in the dataset. So now you can see that meta-analysis is highlighted in bold. The orange lines, or what we call the edges, show connections to other terms, but only if they share at least the number of co-occurring words set in the slider on the left. That means only the strongest overlaps are shown now, highlighted in colors. These are the terms that share at least 45 words in their definitions with meta-analysis. This graph is interactive. You can zoom in and out. To get a closer look or see the bigger picture, you can drag the nodes as well to rearrange them or to reveal some hidden connections. And just below, you'll see a table listing all the terms linked to a meta-analysis. You can see the terms here. They are all arranged in descending order by the number of co-occurring words between the term selected, that is meta-analysis, and the corresponding term in each row. The cluster name of the terms are also mentioned here. Okay. Now, let's look at the results. How can you interpret this graph? So for meta-analysis, the strong links to this term you can see would be terms that are close to meta-analysis and with stronger or thicker edges. Let's say systematic review is a concept or term that is closely related to meta-analysis. As well as this qualitative research. Okay. But there are, of course, terms that share fewer co-occurring words like this. You can check DOI, digital object identifier, share much fewer words, at least fewer than 45 co-occurring words with the words in meta-analysis, right? So the colors here also give you an extra layer or some extra information. If the terms are of the same color, they belong to the same cluster of related ideas. So this graph could be useful in several ways. For students, it can help you see which concept or which ideas naturally cluster together, like meta-analysis and systematic review. Teachers, you may use it in class to show how research practices are connected through shared vocabulary. For researchers, it would be useful when writing papers because it shows which terms are tightly linked. If you're using meta-analysis, for example, in your work, you might consider mentioning systematic review since the two appear together so often in definitions. But there are, of course, also other terms that share similar vocabulary to meta-analysis definitions. So the table view is especially handy if you want a quick list of co-occurring terms. You may also reorder them by clicking the arrows here. So that's it for the word co-occurrence network in the tab-level analysis tab. In the next tutorials, we will cover the other analysis modes, clustering with sentence embeddings and types and tokens analysis. You can find all the tutorials in our YouTube playlist linked on the app's homepage and in the description box down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial.